this section, we'll assemble our 5-camera edit, add some audio to our sequence, as well as add a few fades to make the scene more presentable. So just so you're aware, I've moved these into a different directory and stuff, but it's the same cameras. I'm just going to show you the level sequence here. Here's our first shot. This is what I've done is done the exact same thing I showed earlier. I just went in and keyed the other shots here too, so you can look at those. So I'm just mimicking that the initial matinee linear sequences. So we have my 5 cameras and my master sequence final. So this is where I was telling you about the shots. So let me just delete this real quick. So I just show you the shots track is needed for the master level, what we're calling the master level. It's just a level sequence. Just like I mentioned before, we go track and we go shot track. So here's how we're going to add our cuts. So we can, I'm going to search for shot and then do final as my filter. Now I can go camera 1 final, and we'll go, it's going to be a slow process here. Camera 2 final, camera 3 final. Bear with me, sorry about that. Camera 4 final, and camera 5 final. Okay, so I'm just going to put these in your kind of standard non-linear type fashion, just alternate them here. So now we have our kind of rough assembly cut. I'm going to click to lock the cinematic viewport, and I'm just going to go through this real quick so you can kind of see what the shots are. And it's the same shots that I've just recreated from that matinee sequence. So we'll just say our 5 camera cuts are perfect in this order, but let's just add one more shot. We'll add sweeping 3ds Max import camera 2. So hold on, let me add one more here. Let's see. Let's keep looking. Max camera final. So we have our little sweeping camera. Well, just put it at the end, and then we'll extend the length of our shot here for right now. So again, just check these out. And there's our sweeping shot there. So we'll use these 6 shots for our final movie. Just like an offline editor, you can move your clips around to suit your liking, but we're just matching the original matinee, so we'll just keep these for now. Let's refer back to the original matinee cinematic here, and we'll notice that in this video there's fades happening in between the shots. So we're going to want to add those to ours too. So I'll show you those in just a second. We'll just see another one of these as fades between the next shot. We get the idea. So now we want to add the fades into our sequence. So we're in our master level sequence. We've got our cuts here. So under track, let's go to fade track. Now, kind of did some looking at their animation before, and they have like a 12 to 15 frame transition with about a 3-frame hold or something. So I'm just going to kind of mimic that a bit. So I'm just going to pick go to frame 220 here, so I have an even number to work with. And we'll set a key there, and 232 or so. Oh, let's just get in here a bit, see what's going on. We can update that later. I'm just going to set a change this value to 1, key that, 6, key that, and then 247. Back to 0, and that'll be part of our fade. So I'm going to take a look real quick at those keys to make sure. So I have 233, so I'm going to go 232. So I get a 3-frame. This should be 230, well, 235. Let's go with that. And then it should be 247, so we're on there. So that's kind of the look that we're going for there. So let's just start lining this up real quick. So I'm just going to grab the fade and kind of put it, I want that one middle frame to kind of line up over the center of that. So let me just double check that real quick. You know, for our purposes in this demo, that's fine. So we've got one fade done. So an easy way to kind of duplicate that. Let's go this, and we're going to right click and copy, and then click back in the track here. And then we're going to go to paste into fade. Paste it right at our time frame. So that's the next thing. We'll move that one on the next one. So let's see what we got here. Again, I'm using the control middle mouse to kind of zoom in here. So I'm just going to just slide this a bit there. So this again, we're just going to fade. It looks fine there. So let me go to the next one. And this time we're going to move timeline. Yeah, let's go right there for now. And we go on the right click, paste into fade. Because I'm lazy, so I'm going to try to do it as easy as possible here. So let's try to get that. There we go. And fade, zoom back out. Same thing here. Right click in there, paste to fade. Again, just trying to get that middle frame to kind of line up there. Good enough. And one more for the cuts. We're going to paste into fade again. And that's probably going to be good enough for our purposes. So now we just want to fade out at the very end here. So we'll just pick a point, maybe right near. And we'll key that and key out. Give us a few frames at the end there too. So we'll just go on. So that'll fade out. Like I said, it works for our purpose, it works for the demo. Not be the best artistic choice, but we will do the same thing in the front here. And this one, we're going to just fade in like right around there. So let's set a key there. Oops. And go back here. This will be from frame. So we can do a fade in. So we'll go with this as our final shot length and our final fades. Let me just kind of play it through here real quick. We could probably cut these a little bit closer and stuff, but you get the point. I'm not gonna keep going over this too much more. So we'll go with this as our final shot length, and we'll move on to the next step. Now, finally, we need some music. So for the audio, only sound wave files are currently supported as of this recording. So I'm just going to use the existing ones from the realistic rendering project anyway. So let's see, there's going to be a couple wave files in there, but we access the wave file same way through the track button again. And audio track. So in this case, we're going to click on the audio button. So there's a couple of music here. Let's just do music day 2. So I'm just going to slide that over in the timeline. I think it's check here. It might be the volume might be pretty hot on it to begin with here. So let's just make sure that we're just running down 0.2. I just want to make sure it's not too crazy. Let's just see. Okay, that seems all right. So what we're going to do the same thing kind of we did with the fade is we're going to just kind of ease it in and ease it out. So just setting some keys here again. So we're just going to set a key here. And let me zoom in here real quick. Control, middle mouse again, and then volume 0. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward in this one. In this case, we're going to have to fade the music out at the end. So 1, 2, yeah. Okay. Just setting the values there. So let's just play it. Looks like we're all set. We got some audio, and we'll go to the next section.